I am Drew Staffenberg. I was the executive director of the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver from 1993 to 2001. I was drawn to the Jewish communal field. My mother worked at the YMHA in Passaic, and so I grew up there. And after college, I was looking for a nonprofit and started at a JCC, if you will, and then it was a JCC Federation. Went to the Louisville JCC for 10 years and moved up to acting executive director. Took my master's degree there under Norbert Fruhoff, if that name means anything. Used to work here at JFNA. Mentored me, and I sort of morphed into fundraising and so on, and moved into Federation. So I've been in JCC's Federation and Family Service world. Well, I think federations are uniquely positioned to help the overall Jewish community grow. Every agency has a specific role. My view, and I've used this before, I think federations are the one agency in our Jewish communal world that cares about every Jew. That's our mandate. Whether they care about us or not, federations are mandated, and we do it to care about every Jew in our community and throughout the world. That's exciting to me. JCCs welcome everybody, family service there for everybody, synagogues. But federations is the one unique agency that cares about every Jew and tries to bring them together and build community. I moved into federations because I believe it's the one agency that is mandated to care about every Jew. That's our mission. Going back to the Jewish councils, whatever, that's our mission. And that's very exciting, and I believe that the more we come together and work as a community, the stronger we are as a Jewish people. And that's Federation's unique role. No disrespect to any other agency that welcomes everybody, but we're mandated to care about everybody, and we do it well. I saw the biggest challenge as to bring the community together. Not only in Vancouver itself, but in the suburbs, the lower mainland. That was the biggest task. Federation was fairly new and still establishing itself in the community. When I came there, it was really, Vancouver's a small area, island, okay? And then a lot of Jews live outside Vancouver because economically, but it was really, people were saying, well, if you live out in the suburbs, it's because you don't want to be Jewish. That wasn't the case. In fact, I lived outside the suburbs because it was outside the Vancouver city proper because economics. Another challenge was to define what greater means in the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver. It wasn't just the Jewish Federation of Vancouver, but we were, again, our mission and our goal was to bring the entire Jewish community of the Lower Mainland together in the greater Vancouver area. That was another mission, and that's one throughout my years there. We worked on bringing groups together, building new kahilot out in the suburbs, bringing professionals together to work together.
Okay.
My time in Vancouver, there are a number of things I'm most proud of. Again, we were building this fairly new agency that was still young. And so I'm very proud that we connected or continued our connection with Israel by getting involved in Etzba Galil, the northern part of Israel, which is still going on today, and it's a major connector. We brought together and built a Jewish professional network, so they were working together. We created the Kehillah of Richmond, which was an area that brought those agencies together, worked together. We took a really neophyte foundation and we built that up so that today, again, it's a major part of Federation and the community in terms of resource development. The other, we had a huge community celebration of Israel 50, which was really a major milestone for the community and Israel. For Israel's 50th birthday, we worked months ahead of time to build a very unique kind of a celebration, which was based on using local talent, writing a play, using community members of all ages, okay, to celebrate Israel. And we had, as I remember, about 1,500 people attend. We rented a major auditorium downtown, and everybody felt good because we were all together. And it was a major effort on the part of Federation to bring people together. In my time in Vancouver, developing leadership was a major priority, and we had a number of local groups, local young leadership groups and so on. The real tipping point for moving that to a next level was having the Wexner Heritage Program in our community. And we had 20 or 21 leaders from Federation and agencies and synagogues that came together and studied for 2 years, and that really took Vancouver, in my view, to the next level. We had a very small foundation with a very part-time staff person, and we put a lot of effort into building the foundation. We created the Book of Life, and that really helped market, if you will, the foundation, let people know that this wasn't just for a certain strata of the community, the wealthy, but anybody who was committed to Jewish life could make a commitment to somehow endow a program or endow the community. And today the foundation is well on, is significantly larger. It's got a full-time staff and a couple people. And it started with the Book of Life. One of the other areas that we worked on, again, because we were a fairly new federation, was developing a planning process. And out of that came, and again, bringing people from different agencies together who weren't normally oriented towards fundraising and that kind of thing, but about social justice. And we created a planning committee, and out of that came a poverty conference, and a whole acknowledgement of that there was a hidden part of our Jewish community we didn't know. There were a lot more Jewish people in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland that were homeless, that we didn't know about. And from that created a whole poverty council and a new process that involved all the other agencies and synagogues to look at that. We created a film about poverty in the Lower Mainland, and I think that probably still continues today. One of the other things that I think was important that we developed during my time there was to link Vancouver and the Jewish Federation to the rest of the Canadian Jewish community and to the North American Jewish community. We made big efforts to take people to GA, missions to Israel and other parts of the Jewish world, and I think that helped the members of Vancouver see that they were part of something bigger. And I think because we didn't have, prior to '87, a Jewish federation to bring people together, it was easy to get lost or affiliate with a small group but not see a bigger picture. And I think, again, that was one of the important parts of Federation. And during my time, that next 6 to 14 years as we were adolescent and trying to mature, is to acknowledge that we were not just an island unto ourselves, but we were part of a large movement with a commitment to Jewish life throughout the world, to Israel. And I think that helped people see a bigger picture.
Fantastic. That is interesting. I know not so much about Canada, so that is very interesting to learn about how people moving west and escaping from Jewish.
Well, they had done all kinds of studies about, you were more religious as you lived in Montreal and Toronto, and less as you moved. In Vancouver, it was like people going there, retire, relax. It was, and I just didn't believe that people were moving there to escape their Jewish identity. It was just, they needed a little bit of prompting, and they responded. And really, as you got into social justice issues and tikkun olam, that kind of thing, that's where people really resonated. That's where they would be involved.
Great.
The biggest difference, I think, between 1993 and when I left in 2001 was the growth of Federation. And we weren't anymore trying to justify who we were, but we're trying to manage the growth in the community and how we could service all the needs that were there. And the more we did, and we did with high quality program, bringing people together, then people came in and said, how about this and how about that? So it was managing the growth and establishing a quality presence in the community that people trusted, building leadership, bringing in new young leadership to grow the agency. And I'm very proud. I would not have left if it weren't for another opportunity. My family loved Vancouver. We've returned in the past. We've returned since several times to visit. And I don't know, close.
I formed really, during my time in Vancouver, I formed these really strong relationships that last till today.
I have formed very strong relationships. Many are like my family. I'm in touch weekly with people. My kids are still in touch with people in Vancouver. Yeah, it's just a very, very special place. And I wish it well. I wish it continued to grow. They say as you close every book in the Torah, Hazak, Hazak, Benit Hazak, may you go from strength to strength. So as we close year 30 and move on to the next 3 decades, I only wish Vancouver greater strength. We knew the Federation was not 1 or 2 people doing this. And we had a dynamic board of directors, but we also had a very, very committed, small, but passionate staff who, again, grew with the agency, changed, saw new horizons, and were there to help the community grow. And we're really, that was part of the passion of building Federation. And again, understanding the unique partnership between professional staff and lay leadership and the board to work together to grow the agency.